Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. We have got a lot of James Charles stuff to talk about today because there are a couple things that just kept happening and things that keep getting brought up, and we have got to talk about them. So as you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, before this David Dobrik stuff really started to take over pretty much what everyone was talking about, James Charles was also called out and he had to issue that big apology on his Twitter talking about the situation where a boy was accusing him of having received messages from James Charles that were not appropriate, asking him to send photos to James, and he was not of age. So that whole situation has certainly not left people's minds, rightfully so. It's clearly a really messed up situation, and people have wanted James Charles to face repercussions for this situation since it came out. And people were wondering, why did David Dobrik lose all his sponsorships, yet James Charles is still out here on his Instagram acting like nothing happened to him at all, acting happy as ever, going on trips with Charli D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio, like he is living life. Still sponsored by Morphe. He's even promoting his palette on his story yesterday. Like, he is seriously untouchable in his own mind.
I just want to let you guys know that I just posted a brand new photo here on Instagram, actually featuring this cute little hoodie, which I've not taken off since yesterday. As you can clearly tell by my hair, that has also not been fixed. A little bit of a special announcement, and that is that finally my James Charles X Morphe palette is back in stock at both Ulta and Morphe. You guys, 39 shades for $39. I know most of you already know the deal, but if you do not have this palette in your collection, you literally cannot beat it. I promise that your guys' will come a little bit cleaner than this one. I just obviously get quite a lot of use out of it, but shop now at Morphe.com, use code Jane for off, or at Ulta.com.
And I think that really frustrates a lot of people because they just feel like, is he going to change? Is he actually going to work on bettering himself? Is he going to just keep doing what he's doing? And so today there was an announcement made by YouTube to Variety about Instant Influencer, and people feel like this announcement has to do with all the stuff that's recently come out about James Charles. Now, it's not totally clear because YouTube didn't give a reasoning for this, but they did announce that James Charles will no longer be the host of Instant Influencer. If you guys remember, this was a show that James Charles did on YouTube Premium, and it was a basically how to be an influencer, how to be like a beauty guru type of show, and he was the host of it. And he's even said that he was going to be the host of season 2, that YouTube renewed this show, and he was looking forward to doing this whole thing all over again, and it was going to be so fun and so good. He tweeted out, so YouTube made the announcement this morning, but I thought I'd make it official too. Hashtag Instant Influencer got picked up for season 2, and if y'all thought season 1 was good, just wait. And YouTube even replied to him saying, season 2, here we come, which means at that time they were still planning on working together. Now, obviously it's almost been like nearly a year since these tweets came out. This was of June. I know it's March, but it was a long while ago since these tweets came out. And it's unclear whether they dropped him because of the recent things that people have been saying about James Charles, the way that people have been expressing how they've been feeling about James. And I don't know if they just didn't want another situation that they just had with David Dobrik where people were going to be upset by YouTube's decision of putting James on a show and giving him the opportunity to host when there's all this bad stuff coming out about him. Because YouTube is very much about how they are being perceived and care a lot about their reputation and how they're looking to advertisers. And that's also another reason why David Dobrik and Dirty Dom were demonetized this week. YouTube made that announcement. This honestly isn't a big shock to me because anytime there's massive outrage, YouTube does tend to demonetize those channels. And obviously a lot of people were calling for this to happen, and we're really happy to see it. Now, I don't know how long that this is going to last because YouTube did demonetize Shane Dawson for quite some time now, and then a couple of months ago people were saying that they felt like Shane got ads back on his Shane Glosson channel, so they feel like he's monetized again. I don't know, they just said it was a temporary situation, so I won't be like too shocked if they monetize them again at some point in time, but I guess we'll have to see. Now, I want to say James has not come out to say a single word about this, which is pretty interesting to me. I don't know if he can't say it contractually or if he's embarrassed, if they really did fire him because of the situation, or if it's an entirely different reason, like the fact that people feel like James is about to launch a podcast. Because right before this article even came out on Variety, this random Instagram page was made, and it's called Good and Fresh. And it says Good and Fresh podcast. It only had a couple hundred followers when I first saw it, and it was followed by James Charles, and they posted one photograph, and it included James and his best friends. And if you guys watch his videos, then you'll know who these friends are. It's Anthony, Trevor, and Lewis. It looks like the four of them are going to be having a podcast, and I'm not sure if him having a podcast conflicted with him doing instant influencer, and so he couldn't do both because of contracts or something like that. But obviously a lot of people are just assuming that it is because of the recent stuff that's come out about him, and that is the main reason why he is not going to be the host. In the actual article, YouTube claimed that they were actually changing the entire way that the show is, and it's no longer going to be revolved around makeup or being a beauty guru. They said, a second season of Instant Influencer is still a go at YouTube. That will feature a new host and creators from a different category, not beauty or makeup. The YouTube rep said the new host and additional details for season 2 will be announced in the coming weeks. They also said a YouTube rep confirmed that Charles won't be returning to the show, but declined to provide a reason. Previously, the video platform had announced that he would be hosting a second season. We can confirm season 2 of the YouTube original series Instant Influencer will take a new creative direction, including a new host. YouTube spokesperson said in a statement to Variety, "We thank James for a great first season and look forward to building on the show's success by expanding the opportunity to showcase a diversity of creators across the YouTube platform in our upcoming season." So I'll definitely be interested to find out who you guys think this new host is and what the theme of this entire new Instant Influencer is going to be. It definitely is interesting for James to get the news of season 2 and be excited about it, and YouTube to tweet at him being like, we're excited for season 2 as well, and then not work with him in the end. Like, this had to be like a recent decision or something, but who knows, maybe it is because of this new podcast that he has coming out. Now, there is an entirely different drama going on with James, because since people are calling him out for the stuff that he's recently been taking some heat for, this person named Denzel actually tweeted out about James, and he has a clothing brand. I've seen it around social media before, but he claimed that James Charles messaged him and wanted him to work with him on a new Sisters apparel clothing line. So he tweeted out, okay, so not that James Charles sliding in my DMs trying to make a bag off me. Don't worry, guys, I called him out, literally caught in 4K. And the alleged messages that James sent him were as follows. My team and I are trying to reach out to you. We're wondering if you'd be interested in working on some new sister apparel. I also love your merchandise, what you do, and what it stands for. Love this. Looking forward to a response from you soon. And he accepted this alleged request and said, yeah, bro, I got you. And it's a jail jumpsuit with sisters on it. And he says that he doesn't work with, can't say that word. And then he claimed that he got blocked from James Charles and blocked on Instagram as well. And everyone was going off about this on Twitter. They were laughing about the situation. And well, James obviously had to have seen it because he had a reply for it and he was not happy about this situation. And he tweeted out saying, I keep getting tagged in a tweet from a small brand claiming I messaged them, asking to design my merch. This interaction is completely fake. I've never spoken to them and they've blocked me, so I can't respond. And one of James's fans replied back to him and said, I feel sorry for you, to be honest. And he says, it's annoying, but it's even more concerning that drama channels and news outlets report on these types of things as if they're fact. Well, guys, I'm not telling you guys if it's a fact or not, but I'm definitely going to tell you guys that there are a lot of people that thought that tweet was funny, and a lot of people that have been calling James Charles out and definitely don't like the way that his attitude has been. Like, nothing happened, nothing's been going on, like, I'm totally cool, I didn't just mess up a couple weeks ago. So it's definitely irked a lot of people. And occasionally when people are commenting to James either about him or the situation, he just has a really sassy response, and people have not taken well to that. Also, I do want to mention that I think it is a little weird that James was able to address the fact that this tweet was apparently fake and not address the fact that he's not going to be on Instant Influencer. I have a lot of questions about the fact that he did not address it at all, like literally ignored the entire news all day. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this entire situation, this rumor that he got fired from Instant Influencer. Do you think that it might just be the podcast that is conflicting with the show? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.